Hey everybody, it's Caleb, and I just want to do a quick look at two 3D prints that I've done recently. They are both Benchy 1, Benchy 2, or Benchy 1, Benchy 2, whichever direction you want to go with it. For those of you who don't know, Benchy is a benchmark print that's designed to look like a tugboat, but it has various elements in it that you can use on your 3D printer to kind of hone in your slicing settings, because the Benchy design has a little bit of everything in it. A little bit of overhangs, small things, holes, solid walls, just a little bit of everything that you'll ever run into with 3D printing. Now, these were both printed on my H2 from CNC. They were both printed with the exact same slicing settings, which I will post down below if anybody is interested in seeing. And they were both printed in blue PLA, the same spool of blue PLA, to be exact. What's the difference between these two, then, you ask? Well, the difference between these two Benchies is the one on the left was sliced in Cura, the one on the right was sliced in Simplify3D. For those of you who know, or for those of you who don't know for that matter, Cura is a free slicing software. Simplify3D costs money, and a good portion of it, if I remember correctly. And at the surface, it looks like they're pretty identical, but there are some small differences. Same printer, same material, same slicing settings, different slicers. The only difference that could possibly be made here is the quality of the slicer being used. First thing I noticed right off the bat was that there's a difference in surface quality. It seems like Cura's was a little bit messier than Simplify3D, just a little bit. There are some small little bubbles and divots in the Cura one, in the Cura slicer, where Simplify3D seemed to be a lot cleaner, in my opinion. Another thing you'll notice is that Simplify3D kind of screwed up the smokestack up here, where Cura is nice and clean. Again, same settings, same speed, same cooling, but different slicers. It's just the slicer making these changes. They both have just about the same amount of bridging or stringing going between the windows, and they both seem to have the same kind of bridging, drooping going on at the top of the window. Same with the bridging, or the kind of drooping going on around the upper layer of this rounded window as well. So from the back, you can see a little bit more of the similarity between the two with the round overhangs, and you can also see a little bit easier how nicely Cura printed the smokestack, where Simplify3D again screwed it up. Same with this little tube back here. Cura handled it a lot better. It's still not great, but Cura seems to handle it a lot better. On this one, it seems like Simplify3D just could not get that small tube taken care of. Another thing to note, that there are some small kind of like blobs on the top surface up here with the Cura slicing, and the surface of the roof of Simplify3D slicer is completely smooth, aside from the stringing again, but you're running into that with both of them. Something I thought was kind of interesting of note was this little kind of bucket area back here. Simplify3D and Cura both have a little bit of a gap. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me see if I can get a better angle. They both have a little bit of a gap between the layers, right here and right here on this bucket piece. However, it seems like Cura's gap is just a little bit larger, and I just found that kind of interesting. Again, something else to keep in mind is that Cura's has a slightly not as nice surface quality around the outside, where Simplify3D's was nice and smooth. Also, between the edge of the boat and the main kind of cabin assembly, there seems to be a little bit more stringing going on Cura's end. Now, I have done absolutely zero cleanup on either of these benchies. Simplify3D and Cura, this is how it turns out, directly off the printer. No finishing work, no cleaning up the stringing, no sanding, no filing, nothing. These were popped directly off the printer. So my conclusion is, with a little bit of cleanup, I think both of these are solid options. Cura seemed to handle the small details, like the smokestack and the tube in the back, a lot better. Those are things that matter. The surface quality can be fixed with a little bit of sanding, or just a little bit of filing, or just simply carefully hitting it with a lighter. Also, passing over the overhangs and the stringing with a lighter very carefully will also kind of bunch up that stringing and make it so that it's easier to just kind of like sand off or file down with a fine file. Oh, one other thing I should show off. Bottom surface quality. It seems like Simplify3D handled the bottom surface a little bit nicer and it's a lot smoother, where Cura seemed to have a little bit rougher, a little bit more rough of a bottom surface quality. Also, Simplify3D, the lettering is a lot cleaner, where Cura seems like the edges are a little bit puffier, or a little bit more chunky, and it's not as a defined letter. Now, currently I don't have any plans of finishing these and filing them, because I think they're a good comparison, and I might do some more comparison videos in the future of other slicers. If you're interested in seeing comparisons of other slicers with the same print, same scale, same settings, same materials, just different slicers to see how they compare, let me know in the comments section below what slicer you're interested in checking out, and I might do a comparison of that. Honestly, doing video reviews comparing the free slicers with the expensive slicer might be kind of fun. So yeah, maybe I will compare them all to Simplify3D. But let me know in the comments section below which slicer you're interested in possibly seeing compared to Simplify3D, and I'll go ahead and get printing with it. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next video.